Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a KP update. It's going to be really quick but important because I really thought nothing was happening. It wasn't working, and then I realized something's happening. Something is working and I should share. So I will link you guys to my 2 videos that I've already talked about this previously. So last year I did my introduction to fighting my KP. I started filming my journey, basically what I started with, the products, the techniques, everything, because I had been watching dermatologists videos on the subject. So I pretty much did what they said and I had results. I would say it was okay. You know, they were good results, but I was expecting more. So the next video after that, I mentioned that it wasn't really working, or it was really slow, the progress. I still stand by the fact that it's slow, but not by the fact that it's not working. Something's happening. It's gonna be slow, I guess, because I guess that's how life should be anyways. We always expect things to be fast, but you know, it's the same with any other thing. It's better for the longevity of your results, I guess, that the process is slow. So what I have been doing is I'm continuing to use the CeraVe soap that I started using. I mentioned it on my last video. I'm not gonna go get it. I have footage of it, so I'll just put it when I talk. So I'm still using the CeraVe SA Salicylic Acid Cleanser. I'm still using that. I like that. It feels good on my skin. I have a good routine with it. And so I haven't really tried something else so far. So this is the cleanser I've been using. It's okay. I really like it. I still use it because I really like it. What's different? I've added this little thing to my tools. So it should be maybe a glove that you exfoliate your skin with in the shower. It fits half my hand, but I have small hands, so it still works. I'm able to scrub my skin. I concentrate on the elbow, on the parts here where my skin is rougher. I concentrate on that, trying to be gentle, and I really use it on mostly where the KP is for me, as well as where I have dry skin. This is like typical of, you know. So I use it all over my arms and also my legs. Okay, so if I go closer. So I scrub with this. I also still use the Veet loofah. It's like a loofah glove. I still use that too, because this one is a little more rough on the skin, but it works really well. When you finish showering, your skin is so soft, so soft. So this, my friend gave it to me because she also uses it on her skin and she really liked it. She wanted me to try it. She commented on one of my videos. Thank you, girl. She commented on one of my videos what she does. I'm trying to keep my routine simple, so I'm trying products one at a time. So this is why I'm still using the CeraVe cleanser. I still like it. I scrubbed the cleanser with this, as well as my other loofah that I showed in my previous video, or my first video on KP. And for that, that's what I do in a shower. So the CeraVe cleanser and my little scrubby scrub. It's really cute. I think she told me she gets it from an Asian market. I'm not really sure, but I think I've seen other YouTubers talk about this, or tools similar to this. I think they're like cloth. They can be sold in cloth. They can be sold probably bigger than this, but I like it. It's really cute and it doesn't take any space in my shower. I still do my same routine when I finish with whatever I'm using. I put it really well so that it dries fast, so that it doesn't grow bacteria on it. I've been using it. Doesn't smell bad. It doesn't look, there's not any, doesn't look like it's getting dirty or moldy. So I really like that. The next thing that I've been using is also a recommendation from somebody from my YouTube comments, somebody who commented what could work for me, and it's my new daily lotion. So I've been using this, and this is Amlactin Daily with 12% lactic acid. It's a moisturizing lotion. I use it right after the shower when I finish with my CeraVe and my little scrubby thing. I get out of the shower, pat dry really fast, and then I run to my bedroom to use this moisturizer right on top of my still semi-damp skin. And I think that this product, this lactic acid moisturizer, for me is better than the CeraVe moisturizer. It works better. Salicylic acid was okay. It started doing something, but this one is moving it along. Like, I feel my skin is smoother. I tried to film my legs. It's not really working, showing you guys the difference in my legs, but I'll put the footage because it's important for showing off the journey, but it doesn't come close to what I see in person.
3, 4.
And we can see a little bit of the improvement from what I see here. There is improvement on the skin. I still feel that this skin here is rough. I don't know if it's showing on camera how bumpy it is. So I don't know if you guys can see how rough it is, or you can see the little bumps or the little dark spots. I think they're getting less dark, but I'm not sure. But I still feel the bumpy. But I used to get comments, people asking me if I was having an allergic reaction because it was so bad, my arms, and it doesn't look as bad as they used to. Hopefully that shows off on screen. All right, so this moisturizing lotion is amazing. It doesn't smell great. Like, I prefer lotions that are fragrance free. Mostly the lotions that I have are fragrance free or really light in the fragrance. I don't like the fruity. I don't like flowery, is the worst for me. So usually I get something that's really like, maybe like it smells like vanilla sometimes, something like that. But even that I don't really enjoy. So I usually buy, my favorite moisturizer right now is Vaseline. That's the one I use. So the other thing I wanted to add to my update is that I started hair laser removal. I started that because of some problems I had with ingrown hairs. So before my KP journey, I had started to research ingrown hairs because I was getting the little hairs here. This started gradually. In my 20s, I started having one or two there, here and there. I would get rid of them by just plucking them. And then in my late 20s, early 30s, I went to see someone about electrolysis because it started to be a little bit more than just one or two. And I hated that experience. Electrolysis was so painful for me. I couldn't do it. So what I did was mainly during that time, probably wax or just plucking them with a, those little pluckers. And do I have one here? Those are very useful, actually. I like to have them. Those little things. Tweezers. Look, see? I needed to show one to remember. So I used to plug them with tweezers like that, but those things can hurt you because you trying to pluck hairs at the bottom of your chin like that, you pinch the skin while you're plucking the hair. You're pinching your skin, pinching and pulling to get the hair. Here you can pluck your eyebrows easily because you can see what you're doing, but at the bottom of your chin, it's not great. So I did that for a few years, and then in my late 30s, I started getting ingrown hairs. So my technique was not working, and I used to use my favorite skincare product is Noxzema. I have that in my shower. I use it every day when I shower. I wash my face with Noxzema, and I think that it's done me pretty well so far. I've been using it for years and I love it. And so washing my face with Noxzema, and while I have my Noxzema on, I would shave at a certain point. I would shave it off because I was just over the plucking, because the plucking had given me so many ingrown hairs. So I would shave, and this, just telling the story is like, but yeah. So I was suffering and I needed to find relief. So I tried different products at the beginning of the pandemic. The problem was that I wasn't shaving every day because I didn't have to go to work. So I didn't really care about that thing that was there bothering me deep down inside, but I wasn't shaving it off every day. And so I started getting ingrown hairs, because when you shave it off every day, I guess it doesn't really have time to start growing back. And so it doesn't start giving you problems. I don't really know, but here, and then all over here, started having ingrown hairs here and here as well. I have little dots. So finally, I think I was again watching those dermatologists on YouTube, and one of them recommended, she was a black woman, and she recommended hair laser removal. And I was like, And she explained how it worked, and she explained that it's different types of lasers for black women than white women, and etc., etc. So I started looking for a dermatologist or hair laser technician in my area. The first place I went, actually, I called, made an appointment, got there, she saw me, she's like, oh, she's black, I can't do her. So she's like, oh, okay, so let's go into the office, whatever. And then she started explaining, I'm really sorry, you came all this way and I can't really do laser on your skin because I don't have the right type of laser for your skin, and I'm blah, blah. And she's explaining, and in my head, I'm like, I already knew this. I didn't know. I thought that the laser offices, the estheticians' offices had both lasers everywhere, but that's not the case. So you have to find a laser technician that does the type of laser that you need for your type of skin. Otherwise, it's not gonna work, or it's gonna burn you. That's not good. So she explained, and she actually referred me to the place where I could go and get my laser done. She referred me to two places. I went to the place she recommended. I called them right away when I got home. I called them and they were available to take me right away, but she asked me what I used on my skin. And when I told her about the acids that I was using, she said, it's better to wait 7 days and not use those products. Use a regular moisturizer on your skin and come in 7 days and we'll do the evaluation. And if you're interested, we can do your first treatment. So I went the week after. It was really good. The place is really close to my house. It's like a blessing, because the first place I found was really close to my house too. I really like being close to my house. And so I went there. The consultation was really good. She explained a little bit again. I had already watched a lot of YouTube on the subject, so I already knew. But she re-explained, and everything what she said went with what I heard. And so I was like, okay, great. That's what I want to do. Good. And the first appointment that I had was, and I wrote on my little introduction questionnaire thing, I was like, I want to start with this at first, but I want to do more, So she's like, oh, so you're interested in starting and then doing more later on? I'm like, yeah, definitely. So my first appointment, I did the chin only. And let me tell you guys, after the first appointment, since then, it was in March. Yeah, I think it was in March. I have not had an ingrown hair on my chin since then. Okay, let's just let that sink in. I have not had ingrown hairs since that appointment. Since that appointment, I've had an appointment every month. So I've had an appointment in April, May, and my next appointment is next week. That will be my June appointment. I've had chin, I added jaw. So I added chin first appointment, I added jaw because it's not the same. I'm not doing, I want to, but I'm not sure. I'm not doing my sideburns. What do you guys think? Should I add my sideburns? I'm not sure. So I'm doing jaw and chin. I did underarms last time. So this is my underarms. Since my appointment, I haven't shaved, and this is what it's looking like. So this has been a month. It feels like maybe a little duvet there, but no hairs. And I get a lot of hairs under my arms usually. And I did my leg, half leg. So from my knees to my foot, that's what I did. So the whole appointment is approximately an hour and a half. The most painful part is the underarms. Oh my God, it's so painful. The least painful part is the legs. So easy breezy, like I don't have any hairs on my legs. And honestly, as I'm aging, my legs are less hairy. This is weird, but I've always been a hairy person. So my next thing is just deciding if I want to add my so price wise, it's expensive. If you do only the chin, it's like $50. Chin and the jaw was like maybe $70. And then I added underarms and legs, and it's like $300. So the legs is the most expensive part because it's the biggest real estate of skin. So we know when she does the thing, she has to zap all the sections because she draws the section and she zaps. And so that takes a while. Like I said, the underarms are super painful, but I'm guessing next week it won't be as painful because it's going to be my second appointment. I have to do 10 appointments for all the sections that I decided on. So I'll be going to the esthetician for up until like December, January. This is going to be done by December. And the rest that I started last time probably will be done in January or February, I forget. So I'm excited. I don't even care if it doesn't last forever. It's worth it to do it even if it lasts for a few years. It's so worth it. So for people who suffer from PCOS and you have ingrown hairs, you have chin hairs to get rid of, and you're a Black woman, you can do laser. It works really well, and I really do recommend it. That's what I've been doing, and I'm really happy with my results. So this is my KP update / first video on my laser experience. If you have any questions, of course, please do not hesitate. And I want to thank everyone who just suggested things for me, especially the people who suggested this. It was a few people. And I purchased the blue bottle. People told me to purchase the blue one. I'm waiting for Amazon because this one is almost done. I don't know if you can see, but I'm up to here with it. I don't know if with the light you can see the shade of the line where it ends, but I'm up to here with it. And I ordered 2 like this, but the blue one on Amazon, and I should be receiving them shortly, hopefully next week. But because I do laser hair removal, a week before my appointment, so starting yesterday, I cannot use this or my CeraVe, so I'm gonna have to use regular soap. And a week after, so a week before and a week after my laser treatment, I cannot use acids on my skin. So I'm gonna be using my regular Vaseline moisturizer and my Dove soap. That's what I'm gonna be using for cleansing. But as soon as the week after that is done, I will be using my acids again and enjoying my improvements. So that's it for my update. I think that was a big one. I hope it was interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that I gave you hope, because I really think that something's happening, and this year my skin will be clearer. I think that for this, because of this new discovery, I'm gonna do another update at the end of the summer. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. But as always, don't hesitate if you want update in the middle of whatever, or if I forget to do the update, if I forget to film and you guys are expecting me to update, don't hesitate to ask questions and ask me how it's doing. I'm happy to just answer you in the comment section. And if I see that a lot of people are asking, then of course I'm gonna film a video. I think I should have a good update. So if not for the KP, at least for the laser hair removal, I'm gonna be updating my progress. I didn't take before pictures, or yeah, I didn't think about doing that, but it's okay. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.